so pissed at like the pay-per-view and like I was like, yeah, okay, I was like, we made a good decision. I was like, good. I was like, she made the right decision. It's good. She kind of like was like, no, I don't want to watch that because
You
what
know
a
what?
waste. $40 for that. Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Project 24. My name is Adrian. I'm your host. Tonight, the big announcement we were talking about. This is it.
Well,
Oh,
well, well.
well, well, well.
I'm
Jacob, our new co-host here. Buddy, how are you?
I'm good. How about
I'm good, man. It's been a while. Like, how's everything? Just
you, bud? Same old. Just almost done school.
that's good, buddy. I'm glad to hear that. Just school and sports, right? Just watching
Yeah,
sports.
school and sports. That's all I've been up
That's
to.
good. Nothing wrong with that, buddy. That's a good yeah, that's good. That's good to have. Especially right now with what's going on. I'm happy that there's at least some sports to kind of distract us
You
from
know,
all
right?
the
Like
craziness that's going on and
before
Doug
sports,
Ford and
I was like bored as hell.
yeah, do you remember a year ago when they canceled all the sports and like
Ah,
it was like what
March 9th.
3 4 months?
Was it March
Yeah.
9th or was it February?
No, it was March. I think it was like shit, it might have been March 6th, 13th, I think.
Eh,
Maybe March
our
9th.
our
Something.
subscriber will let us know anyway.
Yeah, it was a weird time. Like I remember like the NBA was I think was the first one to like cancel their
Oh,
season. And I was like, oh damn, here we
I
go. And then
remember
everyone
that.
else kind of just followed that trend and I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be a long
Yeah.
quarantine, lockdown, whatever you want to call it. I was like, oh geez. Well, then
Yeah.
it came back in like June, July, I think, for hockey and basketball, and then the
Oh,
Jays MLB started in July.
not
So
only
yeah.
that, we got the expansion draft coming up as well.
Yeah, that's right for the Seattle Kraken. That's gonna be interesting. I wonder which teams are gonna protect which players and who's gonna
Hey,
be out. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
and and Vegas aren't going to be in it as well. So
Vegas is not gonna be in it?
I believe so.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I
Well,
guess
hey,
that's
our
cool.
subscriber will let us know.
Yeah. Hey, if anyone could clarify us that for us, that would be cool. That would be awesome. But yeah, let's get right into it, buddy. So yeah, I mean, I know it was a week ago. It was a week ago since the Leafs got Foligno. I know we were talking about that before we got on here, but who's your winner of the trade deadline this year? Toronto?
Oh.
You think Toronto? They had a good trade deadline. They're looking
Yeah,
good for going into the
from
playoffs, buddy.
from what I'm looking at, they're going all
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, they went all in for sure. Obviously
But for
acquiring
me,
Rittich.
the biggest deal is the Mavs trade.
Yeah, I honestly I think that's like we were saying before too, like that is a trade that the Capitals obviously paid a pretty hefty and like steep price for him, but it's like a high risk like in that sense, but like high reward because He's
Yeah.
he's he's a phenomenal hockey player. Even he's I was actually surprised when I saw Detroit traded him. I think you told me that. We were talking about it. I was like, really? I was like, Mantha? Like
I know,
traded? I
right?
was like, I thought he'd be one of the guys that would be staying there in the future, you know what I mean? Like the guys like him and Larkin, and Zadina and like those kind of guys. But that was yeah, I was shocked when I saw that Mantha trade. I bet he was too. He probably thought he was gonna be part of the future. So
Oh, by
yeah,
the way,
yeah,
for our subscriber in the comments, what do you guys think? Fleece or no fleece? Let us
yeah,
know.
that's true. What do you think? Do you think the Capitals won that trade or Detroit fleeced them? Put your opinions in
But
the comment section. Yeah, buddy. Oh man, he's been scoring goals for them though. So I mean, he's
yeah,
making an immediate
exactly.
impact. He's making an immediate impact, so that's good. Um, I mean, I'm jealous the Leafs got Foligno. I mean, again, a hefty price though. Hefty price, giving up a first rounder for
Eh,
him, but you know what?
but
He's he's a great
Here's the thing.
on and off the ice. He's great.
Here's the thing. He has 1 year left, so
Mm-hmm.
he's probably gonna be doing what Thomas Buchanan's done,
Yeah,
where he
be a
went
rental.
gets traded and then signed back to Montreal, basically.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I heard too.
so who knows what might happen in the offseason.
I've been hearing that too. Actually, I heard Foligno might just be a rental for Toronto, and he's just going to go right back to Columbus in the offseason. Kind of like again, just like what Plekanec did with the Leafs that time. I could
Plus,
see it.
he's got family in Columbus too, so
Yeah, he said that they're not making the trip with them. They're staying in Ohio because of the. Can't
yeah,
believe it. They're actually saying that Americans are actually saying this now, but because they're like, oh, the COVID. He said because of the COVID situation in Ontario. I was like, wow,
yeah,
that was a year ago. We'd be saying, oh, we're not going to America because of the high COVID cases, right? But now it's the opposite. It's like, well,
yeah.
how the how the
Roles
turntables.
reversed. What do you
Yeah,
know?
facts, bro. Facts. I remember a year ago we're like, wow, they have such high COVID cases, and then how now here we are. Right? Um, yeah, I mean, I think the winners from the trade deadline. Sorry, oh my god, I'm trying to find the words. Again, the Leafs for sure. Florida Panthers, honestly, like they added a lot for
Oh,
uh not an extremely high price. They gave
that
up some assets for like Sam Bennett, like Brandon Montour was only like I think a third round pick, but
that was my sleeper pick, actually.
Sam Bennett.
That was my sleeper pick, actually.
Sam
So,
Bennett, he's been playing good for Florida though. He got like 2 assists in his debut yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, made his debut with the team yesterday. He's got 2 assists. He's already making an immediate impact there. So,
exactly.
uh, honestly, man, I remember Sam Bennett back then.
As
When
the
he was
Calgary
drafted
Flames, yeah.
Calgary, yeah, and Kingston Frontenacs going back to then when I saw him play Kingston and like the Canadian World Junior team,
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, wow, it's phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were comparing him, they were comparing him to Doug Gilmore in his draft year.
Oh, you know what? Can I,
Yeah, buddy.
if people can
So
see it,
Dougie, there you go. I like
can you
Dougie.
see it?
Oh yeah, we can see that. They compared
For
him to
all
Dougie
you,
Gilmore.
for all you Leaf fans, there you go, Dougie Gilmore.
That's right, buddy. I love Dougie, man. He played with my Habs too, so got the best of both worlds, you know.
Oh, by the way, that picture's actually signed, so.
Oh yeah, did you like meet him or how did you get that?
My cousin, there's an interesting story, because
Yeah.
my cousin works at Moxley, like Moxley's.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Somehow, Dougie Gilmore walked in.
Oh no way.
She got a picture, and she got that sign.
Not bad. That's pretty.
And she gave it to me for a Christmas present.
Oh,
So,
not a big deal, buddy. That's pretty awesome stuff there. Can't go wrong.
yeah,
Yeah, I know. They compared him to Dougie, and they thought again he was gonna be just like him. But I remember the draft combine that year. He had a
yeah.
shoulder injury and he couldn't even do one pull up. He couldn't do one pull up because his
Ouch.
shoulder. Yeah, people were already concerned. He came out like last year and talked about why that happened. He said, "Yeah, like I had a really bad shoulder injury prior to that draft combine, and yeah, and
May
I
have
don't
to
know,
look
man.
that up.
He's
So,
skilled. He's got tools to be good. It's just I don't know why. Maybe it just wasn't gonna happen in Calgary, right?
yeah,
It
maybe.
happens. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So my picks. Sorry, Jacob. Who do you think's gonna win the Stanley Cup? Or sorry, not win the Stanley Cup. Who's or yeah, or who do you think's gonna make the finals? Going East and West. Have
Not going. I'm probably gonna go biased,
you're
but
biased? Yeah, go with the Leafs. That's okay.
yeah.
They got a good shot. Best shot they've had in
Because
years. I think.
with the trade they're making, it looks like they're going all in, no matter
Yep.
what.
Oh yeah, this is the most aggressive I think they've looked in a while too at the deadline.
And here's
Giving
another.
up assets, you know.
There's another thing. Amazon's in the building as well.
Sorry, what's that?
Amazon's in the building as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're making an all or nothing series. So
Yeah, that's true, buddy. Um How did you feel about the Rittich trade, David Rittich?
He,
He's not
people
bad.
say it's a steal, but it's kind of like a depth player for me.
Yeah.
But it's like a backup to a backup to a backup. So it's basically Freddie, Jack Campbell, Riddick, and then maybe either Hutchinson as well.
Yeah. What? Hold on one sec. Hold on. Fucking hair's all itchy. Jeez.
We'll
Sorry,
cut
buddy.
that out. We'll cut it out.
No, that's okay, buddy. Um, yeah, I mean, I think actually from the looks of it, from the sounds of it, I heard that Anderson's on like the long-term IR for
Yeah.
like might be for the rest of the season. So you might just
Yeah, that's
see
what I'm
him
hearing
and
as well.
Rittich sharing the net for till the end of the season, right? And maybe obviously
Oh,
playoffs are gonna.
for all of you that's doing fantasy, good luck. You might have to put him on the IR. So
Yeah, Anderson, that was yeah. I remember everyone was like freaking out when Anderson was on the IR, and then obviously Campbell stepped up to the plate and really um
and for
stole the spotlight, you know?
one strange reason, people on their fantasy team been dropping him.
Yeah, dropping
Yeah,
who, Campbell?
yeah.
Really?
And it's all because of that one off night, which is kind of strange.
Yeah, it was the one against Montreal, and then
Yeah.
there's the one against Winnipeg too. He got lit up. Yeah, it was like two bad games. I guess everyone freaked out. I mean,
But
it's only 2 games, right?
I'm
Like,
taking a gamble on him because he's on my fantasy team.
oh
So
yeah. Hey,
yeah,
take a chance on him. You just never know. He honestly, like that was a guy too. Like I remember watching the draft when he got drafted, and he was a first overall, geez, first round pick of the Dallas Stars in 2010. And I remember seeing him play for the U.S. The World Junior team, and I was like, damn, this guy's gonna be sick, you know, like and like
fun
over like
fact. Fun fact: Campbell and Dubas actually know each other as well.
Campbell and Dubas.
Yeah,
Oh wow, like away
I
from
think
like.
it's from. I think it was the Sault Ste. Marie when they were in the Greyhound.
Oh, right. Yeah, Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. Yeah, because that's where Dubas was before he came to the Leafs, right?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. I
yeah.
mean, yeah, no, I mean, I remember seeing Jack Campbell. I was like, damn, this guy's supposed to be like, you know, a stud goalie, and like, you know, Dallas needed goaltending at the time, and he never really panned out.
And
Uh,
then yeah, because he was the backup to Quick, and then
yeah, he wasn't bad there in LA for as a backup, but like, I don't know, he just never really, I don't think he
never
got much
really
of a
panned
chance.
out.
Yeah, he never really panned out in Dallas, and then he never really got a chance in LA, in my opinion. Then obviously the Leafs got him last winter. I remember before the season shut down.
Oh
Actually, they
yeah,
acquired.
with Clifford.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, oh, yeah, Kyle Clifford. Now he's with the Blues now. So,
Uh,
yeah, buddy.
the big red goof.
Yeah, Clifford was okay. He was just one of those, you know,
Oh,
fourth
by the
line
way,
players.
for people in our comment,
Yeah.
if you guys know Clifford, the big red dog, then you get the reference.
Yeah. Kyle Clifford, the big red dog. I think I'm pretty sure they might have called him that like as like a reference. I think like when he was with like the Kings, I think they did call him like something like that. Or like with Toronto, I don't remember. I might have I don't know, someone could correct me on that, but yeah, my picks for the finals again, I'm going with the Panthers coming out of the Eastern Conference and the Colorado. I'm going Colorado in the
Oh,
West.
Colorado.
Hey, you know that'd be a rematch of the Stanley Cup Finals from the 1990s from 1996. There'll be a
Oh,
25-year rematch.
really?
I wasn't even
20?
born. I wasn't even born yet when that. I was born like a month after that Stanley Cup final.
I was born like 2 years after that.
Yeah, buddy. I think Florida. I think the Panthers could win the Stanley Cup. They're looking good. They're looking
Yeah.
really good. Yeah, they're looking good. Um, speaking of, well, not looking good, but the Jays, man.
Man,
It's still early. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're playing a full
yeah.
season this year, so it's still early. But
Injuries after injuries
yeah,
after injuries.
it's the same thing with the Jays every year. It's always injuries. I don't know. I don't know what it is with this team. Um, I mean, you
Even
could,
though they're, even though people think they're gonna make it to the playoff and go all the way.
yeah. I mean, they on paper they are a World Series contender. I still think they are. Personally, it's
Yeah,
just
me
it's
too.
just a matter of staying healthy. Some players have actually, again, we were talking about players that have been a key contributors at first. You got Steven Matz, who's been really great. Obviously, Ryu's been fantastic to start
Alejandro
the.
Kirk.
Yep, he's been great. Guerrero, Bichette, Grichuk's really been fantastic this season. They
Oh,
like
by
they're
the way,
the
how's that signing, George Springer, huh?
I like that signing. I'm just very anxious to see him play now. It's just he's not playing right now, and they could use him.
Injur- like I said, injuries. God.
Yeah, I know it's getting to them. I don't know, like they're like the consensus of that. I guess you can say is um the Rogers Center turf. This has been an occurring problem for years. Like the fake turf in
Oh,
Toronto has been the reason for a lot of the injuries towards the team over the
people think,
years, but they're not playing in Toronto. They haven't played a game in Toronto in
yeah,
2 years, right? It's just I don't know why they're
yeah.
still having issues.
Aren't they playing in Buffalo right now?
They played Buffalo last year. They're playing in Dunedin, Florida now. This year,
Oh
they're playing Dunedin Blue
yeah,
Jays. Yeah, so that's good. I mean, you got to change it up a little bit, right? But
yeah. Hey, that
we'll see how it
player,
goes.
like the player development center, or like,
Yeah, I saw that, buddy. Dude, that was looking pretty fire there. The new it was like yeah, it's like a gym almost, like a facility, like a training facility, right?
yeah, it's basically like that.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I saw yeah, oh, man, they're getting a new arena though, eh?
Really?
The Jays, yeah. Well, they're gonna tear I think they're gonna renovate their Rogers Center. That's what I heard.
Well, yeah, I think I heard her thinking about moving to somewhere else, like in Toronto.
Yeah, I might have heard that too. They might tear down the Rogers Center and move it somewhere else, maybe in the
Oh,
city. Honestly, I don't care
honest,
where they put it, as long as they still have that dome, then I'll be happy because you
yeah,
gotta
cause
keep that
that dome makes memories.
facts, bro. Like it's just like helps. It just helps so much. Like like with like the rain delays. Like if it's like pouring rain out,
Yeah,
we don't have to worry about the game getting rained out. They'll have the dome, right? You just put it like they put it on a few hours before the game, and that's it, right? But
By the
hopefully
way,
they don't keep out and not do that. But we'll
did
see.
you hear the Rangers put like what 40,000 people in their home stadium?
New York Rangers or no Texas.
Texas, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I saw. Yeah, they Texas because of COVID. Yeah, like this. I'm telling you, the U.S. is like pretty much back to normal.
yeah. I was
Um,
like,
because everyone's
what?
vaccinated, right? So they're vaccinating like millions of people a day. So they're pretty much back to normal now. Yeah,
Yeah,
like people are still getting it, but they're yeah, they're just living life again. I was talking to somebody today, and she said that someone at work and she said that like she has cousins down there and like they're already like going clubbing and not like wearing masks and stuff. They don't have to anymore because like everyone's like everyone's vaccinated and like the herd immunity. So it's
hey,
yeah, it's
you know
crazy
the old
how
saying, everything is bigger in Texas.
oh buddy, I'd love to live there.
God, me too.
Honestly, I've always liked Texas. I mean, there's a number of reasons but the cheap cost of living is one of them for me. I've heard you can like have a
Steak.
really beautiful place and yeah, the food too. That is the number one. I want to get like a big Texas sized steak that's like the size of like a freaking dinosaur. You know what I mean? Like,
Deep,
yeah,
dude, deep in the heart of Texas, I'm telling you.
yeah, buddy. We'll go to a cowboy bar one time, eh? We'll go to a
Hey,
cowboy bar, a
we'll go
cowboy
to
restaurant.
we'll go to the Alamo too. So hey,
Let's do it, buddy. I'm all for it. Freaking can't go wrong. I'm so down to go on a Texas trip actually. Whenever this is all done, whenever this
yeah.
stuff is kind of all, why this COVID stuff's done, but I'd definitely be down for that. But speaking of crappy stuff, I guess the COVID you're saying crappy, but like Man, buddy, we were talking about this too, but again, the Sabres extended
Oh,
their playoff list streak. They were
hey,
mathematically been eliminated from the playoffs last night, and that extended to
yeah.
10 years now. Yeah, 10 years. The last
Really?
time they made the
10 years?
yeah, said 10 seasons, yeah. Let me see.
Weird. But
Uh, let
to
me
be
check that.
honest, yeah, try and looking at, or we can have one of our viewers like commenting down.
Yeah, that's true. Let me just see if I can find that. But I know the last time they made the playoffs was the 2010-2011 season. And I remember watching the playoffs and they faced Philly in the first round and
Uh,
yeah, it just fell apart.
Sabres,
These
Sabres,
Yep,
Sabres.
Sabres have been officially eliminated from the playoff contention for the 10th straight season. So yeah, I don't
Even even drafting Jack Eichel couldn't even save them.
I'm telling you, buddy, I don't know what it is. Like, it seems like no matter what they do, it just doesn't work. I don't know if there's definitely like a morale problem with that team because you've heard
Yeah,
players like openly say like things about the coaching staff and the GMs. Like obviously Jack Eichel's like been pretty outspoken about who like the coaches and GMs and like he's
speaking
contradicting
of
his coaches and holy shit, it's a shit show over there.
speaking of Jack, he's injured right now, and he's on I think long-term reserve. I think.
Yeah, he's getting surgery. He has like some damaged like neck, like something. It's a serious injury though. I can't like let me look that up too. I kind of feel um
And he's technically their captain as well. So
yeah, he is. Yeah. That's going to be I think he's getting moved in the off season though.
yeah, I think so too.
It's a neck injury, yeah. Herniated disc in his neck. Oh my god, that's serious.
Ouch.
Ouch. Yeah. That's a serious injury. He's going to be out for a while recovering from that, but he didn't have
I,
a good season even when he was playing. I think he only had like 3 goals or something, like just wasn't looking like in his usual self, you know?
yeah.
Ah, man.
Are the
That team,
Sabres worse than Ottawa?
yes, they 100% are worse than Ottawa because Ottawa, at least the Senators have the prospect pool, like the depth in their prospect pool, and like they have a lot of those great prospects on their roster now. It's just they have to be developed. Like Tim Stutzel and
Yeah,
Drake
exactly.
Batherson, Brady Kachuk, obviously. Like they have the players in the pool. I think it was Shane Pinto. Yeah, he played the other day too. He's one of their good players, prospect players. They
Even
they
though
have it,
even though
but
both of them have shitty owners or something.
yeah. Oh, Eugene Melnick. He's honestly that guy is such a jackass. Like he just since like man, I remember how long since I started watching hockey. That guy's such a douche. Like just straight up. Like he just doesn't know how to run a hockey team and like just such a big ego and you can't win
And
a position of
also
authority like
the
that. Can't be
also
doing
the
that.
Uber driver incident. Eek.
Yeah. With Duchesne and it was Chris Tierney, I think, and another player. Yeah, Chris Weidman, I think, was one of them too. I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah, when they that says something, eh? When like your players are like saying stuff like that, like about your coaching staff and like saying like how like they're incompetent they are, and like there was the assistant coach at the time. I don't know who it was, but they were talking about how he runs the power play, and they were like basically laughing at him, saying he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And I was like, bro, like
What?
that. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Like, I mean, personally, like a conversation like that should have not been leaked. Um, I honestly, if I was one of those players, I don't know if they did, but I would have taken legal action with that because that's like a private conversation. You don't want anybody hearing. Like,
True.
like it's just like like it's just like when us like we vent about our jobs like in the past
Right,
like
right.
talk to people, right? Like we vent about like the people we work with or something like because you just don't think they're good at their job or whatever, right? Or whatever, right? Like it just people
What
just
what
having private
worse is
conversations.
what worse is the Uber has cameras as well.
Yeah, and like the guy like full on recorded like the whole last conversation. I was like, damn, bro, like that's again, that's a confidential like conversation. You shouldn't be like,
That's
but
gotta
again,
go. That's got to be illegal in like a lot of states and provinces.
I mean, I understand they have to film it though, just for like the safety of the driver, but like the actual like audio part, it's a little bit. It's a bit of a touchy one. You know what I mean? It's a sensitive topic,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
privacy wise. But yeah, man, I think the Sabres they really just blow it up. The only players just blow it up completely. The only players they build around at this
You know
point,
what?
Dolan and
Put
Cousins. Dolan Cousins. That's
you know
it.
what?
Build them
Put oil around it. Grab a match. Light
and
it up.
just walk away.
Yeah,
And just
exactly.
walk away. Yeah, they're in a tough spot. It just seems like no matter what they do, it doesn't work. Like the Jeff Skinner experiment was good for one season. They still missed the
Eric Stahl's
playoffs.
on.
Eric Stahl didn't really do anything. He's not really playing great with Montreal either. He's been bad.
Even though he's coughing like mechanically.
Yeah, he's been bad this year. He's getting older, right? It happens.
Yeah, exactly. You know the
Uh,
Stahl. Yeah.
yeah. Even Jordan Stahl, he's kind of declined a little bit too, from what I've seen. Not as good as he used to be, but that's part of the game, right?
What happened to the fourth stall? Wasn't there a fourth stall?
Mark Stahl, he's declined too. He plays in Detroit. The fourth one, I think his name was Jared. I don't even think he plays hockey anymore because he wasn't really good enough to
Wait,
play in the
really?
NHL.
Because the
Yeah,
last time I heard about him was he was playing with Charlotte in Carolina.
yeah. He was playing in Carolina's with the Charlotte Checkers, but I think the last time I checked, like I saw like last year, he might have been like retired, but let me confirm that. Yeah, it says he's a Canadian former professional ice hockey player who last played for the Edinburgh Capitals. So he's retired now. I
Let me
guess he
guess.
didn't.
Let me guess. Wikipedia.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
he's
Wikipedia.
yeah, but yeah, anyways though, like the Sabres, I think they like we were saying this the other day too. I think the Pagulas should just sell them and let somebody, because
Yeah.
they own both the Bills and the Sabres, right? They're doing a good job with
I-
the Bills. Let somebody else take the Sabres, sell them off, give them a new culture. It's not working whatever they want to do, right? So
Even even though they hired Kevin Adams, he's like,
he's
it,
not a GM. He's not a good
yeah,
GM. Fuck. Those some of those trades they made, except for the Stall one. Now it's looking like a third rounder for Stall. How bad he's playing right now, like pretty good
even
trade. But the Montour
there
trade and
before the
fuck,
season began, they were hyping up Taylor Hall. So
yeah, he played. He just completely that just blew up in their face. He played awful for them. Now he's playing good for Boston. So I'm telling you, man, that's a tough situation down there in Boston, buddy. That's
yeah,
a very tough situation.
I I
Sorry, not
bet you
Boston, Buffalo. Sorry.
I bet you the Rangers and the Islander fans are happy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
They Sabres, man.
that's not even that's not even competition for them.
I know, seriously, like they're an embarrassment, man. Like I remember the days when I started watching hockey when the Sabres were one of the always one of the best teams in the league, the years they had
Uh,
like Ryan
the dominant,
Miller,
the
Briere,
dominator.
Drury, the Dominator, yeah. Well, I was too young to watch back then. I
Oh
think
yeah.
by the time he left, I was like still a youngin. But um, the guys, like Daniel Briere, Chris Drury, Ryan Miller back then too.
Oh, Ryan
Uh,
Miller.
they had fantastic teams. I think they won the President's Trophy one season, and they still lost. They lost to Ottawa in the freaking conference final. I still remember that game. That one, I really wanted Buffalo. It was 2007 when Anaheim won. I remember watching that third round, and the second I heard Ottawa was facing Buffalo, I was like, ooh, the Sabres are going to have so much trouble against Ottawa because they played so bad against them that year. And I was
Especially
like, "Ugh."
especially with Alfredson on Ottawa one time.
Yeah, remember the Heatley Spezza Alfredson line? That was like the best NHL. That was the best line in the NHL at one point. That was
Oh, the
phenomenal.
cast line.
Yeah, it was, dude. They were dominant for so long, and I knew that I had a feeling they were gonna lose, and it would have been cool to see Buffalo and Anaheim in the final. That would have been a fantastic Stanley Cup final. Ottawa
Exactly.
shouldn't have been there. They played like shit. They played like shit. They haven't recovered from that too. So, um, speaking of not recovering though, I don't think Ben Askren's gonna recover from that knockout the other day,
Oh, 59
yesterday.
seconds was it? Or was it a
Yeah,
minute?
59 seconds. Yeah, it wasn't even 1 minute. I'm telling you,
Okay.
you did. I think you didn't buy the pay-per-view, right?
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
okay, good. Because I heard that was one of the worst pay-per-view events like in the
Yeah,
history of like boxing. Straight up,
that's
like
what
I'm not
I
kidding,
heard
buddy.
too.
Yeah, buddy. Like I'm not kidding. Like it was one of the worst. Like apparently it was like 2 3 hours of like music before they they showed the event. I'm like, what's the point of that? That's so dumb. They
Plus,
had like
they were
Doja
plus they
Cat
were
and fucking
hyping up
Justin Bieber.
the weigh-in video on Jake Paul's
Yeah.
YouTube video.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. The
Eh.
Wayne, oh yeah, the Wayne video with yeah, when he's like doing the whole all like the McGregor stuff like that.
Oh,
He's trying to be Connor. He's trying to be like Connor.
by the way, for us Toronto fan, I just saw a meme. You
Yeah,
want you want to know what Toronto and Ben Askren has in common?
yeah. What is it?
They got knocked out in the first round. Ugh.
That's pretty funny. It's kind of true. It's
I'm
okay.
still
Hey,
kick.
maybe this year might be the year for Toronto to finally break that curse. You never know, buddy.
I still have nightmares.
Oh, 2013 when they blew
Yeah,
the 4-1 lead.
I still have nightmares, and
Yeah, that was shit. That was shit. Straight up.
I had nightmares from last year as well.
Oh yeah. I don't know, man. They played so good in that game 6. I think it was a game 6 against
Like,
Columbus, and then they
well, it
just
was like a Uno reverse after an Uno reverse.
yeah, like they made that crazy comeback with like less than 10 minutes left in the game, and then just to play like crap in that game 7 and get shut out and like not even show up. I'm like, wow, that's pathetic. So
And that's not even the first round. That was like the qualifying round.
yeah, it was a plan. So it was game 5 actually. Sorry, not game 7. Game 5.
I was like, I was like, we're better than this.
I know, seriously. Like, I was surprised too. I was like, wow, you would think like you take all that momentum from that game 4, right? And you'd be like, yeah, we're gonna bring that into the next game and we're gonna play hard, but pff, they didn't even show up.
But yeah, that fight
That
was
fight though, yeah, I
horrible.
can't believe, buddy. I can't believe people actually paid $40 for that. And I was, oh, whoops. Oh yeah, these are my tickets the other day. I got pulled over last week, like a week and a half ago. I got 2 tickets. So
Want to know what's
yeah,
worse? What's worse
I was
is
driving to work
no.
and
What's worse is Logan Paul's brother got stunned at WrestleMania.
yeah,
Or
yeah, that
Jake
looked
Paul's
fake
brother.
though. That looked fake. It was. I don't mean that. I mean that in, like the most respectful way possible. But like he did get like dummied there. But like he kind of fell like a little bit too hard. I don't know. It's just me
To
though.
be honest, his, his overselling was kind of eh,
Yeah,
so.
that's part of it though. Yeah, that's part of it though. It's the wrestling. That's yeah. But yeah, man. Like I just I honestly, like I was saying to you about the Ben Askren fight though, like I think that was people are starting to say it was rigged. I'm on
I
the
also
fence
heard
about
this. I also heard his punching video was fake as well.
which punching video.
I think I just saw. I don't know where I saw it, but I heard it was.
Was it the one when they were like doing one of like the weigh-ins and like
Yeah,
Jake like put like or he like pushed like Jake pushed him and it looked fake or something like that.
yeah. I
People were
believe.
saying that too. There's so many theories behind that. Like people were saying that like Askren deliberately like lost that fight and he got paid like he got $500,000. He got $500,000 from that fight.
What?
Yeah. Jake got 690 and he got 500K. Plus he gets a
Uh,
cut of the pay-per-view sales, right? So does Jake. So you know
I
what?
would. I would rather watch.
500K plus.
I would rather watch
That's a
Conor
W in my eyes.
McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather versus I would rather watch Connor and Mayweather than Jake and Ben.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean the Connor fight was pretty like the Connor and Floyd fight was kind of shit too.
But hey, it's
Connor just
entertainment.
I mean he went the distance with him, but like I don't know. It was like I mean Connor looked so like out of form.
To
You
be
can
honest,
tell it just wasn't he wasn't comfortable with that, you know? Like he's just not a boxer. He's not a
I,
boxer. Like he
I bet you he's been drinking a lot of Guinness.
oh, did you see that fight? Oh, excuse me. Fuck. Did you see that fight in January? Him and Dustin Poirier. He got
Oh,
knocked out. I that fight I actually paid for the pay per view. That was actually a good event.
true.
Um, yeah, dude. I was shocked. I was like going into that fight. I was like, yeah, Connor's gonna win. You know, but because like 7 years before, like Connor like kicked his ass, and I was like, yeah, Connor's Connor, right? And
And
Poirier changes a fighter, and he got so much
here's the
better.
thing:
Kicked
his
his ass.
his promo skills is basically similar than Ric Flair.
Oh yeah, they all kind of have go by that kind of like showman um you know what I mean? That whole showman thing. Like, I mean, Connor's a great showman. Jake Paul's a great showman. Look at him. He's already sold two great big fights. Three, actually. Three or four. Yeah, three or four, even going with the when he fought Deji and there was the other
Yeah,
guy too. Yeah, no, like that's the thing with the whole fighting industry, like the whole fight
yeah.
thing is like the fight game. You have to be a good seller. You know, you got to be a showman too. You got to be a good fighter if you want to be successful, but you got to be a good showman. It
Just
all
like
comes with it. It's part of
just
the
like the
script.
WWE.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. They're in it too, right? Like they're part of that whole thing too. It's
Yeah,
you got to be a good showman. You got to be able to sell. That's it. If you could sell a fight, then you're gonna make money, right? Um,
big.
yeah, exactly. Like even Logan Paul, he's supposed to fight Floyd Mayweather, but they keep on postponing the fight.
What?
Which is yeah. You didn't hear about that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Logan's supposed to. It's an exhibition match, but yeah, they agreed to a fight. It was supposed to be in February, and then it got postponed, and now it was supposed to be in April, and it's still haven't heard anything. They might just keep pushing it, or it's
My
not. I don't know if it's getting enough hype as people want it to. Just like how Ben Askren and Jake, they were able to get the hype right around it. I think
yeah.
it's they're not getting the hype, and people are just like, really, like a YouTuber's gonna fight like the best boxer in the world, like that kind of whole thing. But
It's
I would
basically
love
like
to see it.
it's basically like a C-rated movie kind of thing.
Yeah, I love Logan Paul as like a content creator, and like I mean
Yeah. Even
but
though
yeah, I know he did what he
even
did.
though he went friendly as well too.
Yeah, yeah. And like I kind of, the world kind of forgave him for what he did like years ago with that Japanese forest video, and he's a good guy. Yeah, it was bad. Don't get me wrong, it was bad, but he learned from his mistakes. He's
Yeah.
owns it, and he's become better. He's become a better person from that moment. It was kind of, I don't mean this in a bad way, but like I think it was good that happened to him because it made him a better person, you know? So
Yep.
sometimes it just takes like a really bad moment like that to make you better, right? So, but yeah, like honestly, man, like the Ben Askren fight and the Jake Paul there, I'm so happy I didn't pay for that pay per view, buddy. Like
Yes.
I was telling you, like my girlfriend and I were just hanging out down here, just finding something to watch last night, and I saw the pay per view thing on the PlayStation Store. I was like, do you want to watch this? She's like, no, not really. I was like, all right. And then after we put on Taken, which was I do not regret that decision. It was fantastic.
Oh,
But
taken.
yeah, and I was checking Twitter while like before we were watching the movie, and I just saw people were so pissed at like the pay per view and like I was like, yeah, okay, I was like, we made a good decision. I was like, good. Yeah, I was like, she made the right decision. It's good. She kind of like was like, no, I don't want to watch that because
You
what
know
a
what?
waste. $40 for that, whatever that was.
You know what? For our viewers, if you guys don't watch Taken or Taken 2, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah. The first
seriously.
two, the first two were really good. The third one was like, nah. The story was okay, but it's not traditional
Like
what the other ones
seriously,
are. You know?
Taken. Like
Yeah,
the famous Liam Neeson quote. Like everybody should recite that as like a prayer.
facts, bro. Yeah, like the third one wasn't really taken. Like nobody got to like nobody was taken. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
I watched the third one. I was like, the story's good, but like nobody was taken, so it doesn't really make sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh one more thing before we cap it off. But you were telling me this actually. I had no clue about this, but
Yeah. I
the
just saw it
Super
as
League
well.
soccer in Europe.
Yeah.
That's kind
I
of cool.
literally just saw this like a few hours ago.
Yeah, like we were saying, like they just announced this today. So I'm going to read this article here. Well, part of it. A dozen of the world's richest and most storied soccer clubs on Sunday announced that they are forming a breakaway European club competition that would, if it comes to fruition, upend the structures, economics, and relationships they have bound global soccer for a century. Sucker talks. So Uh, so the teams will include Real Madrid and Barcelona in Spain, Manchester United and Liverpool in England, Juventus and AC Milan in Italy.
Mm.
Okay, I like AC Milan. I'm good with that. Confirmed their plans late Sunday. They said they plan to add at least three more founding members. That's kind of cool. It's from the sounds of it, it's like almost like a competition with
Yeah.
Champions League.
But
Yeah,
people feedback wasn't really great because
really.
what's gonna happen to the smaller clubs as well.
Yeah,
Like, cause from what I heard, feedbacks weren't really great because of the smaller clubs from all around Europe.
yeah.
Because it might be affected by that. So,
That's
but
true. Yeah.
who knows exactly?
I think that is kind of gonna because you have like the Europa League, which is one, right? And they a
Yeah,
lot again a lot of the smaller teams, and then you have some of the smaller teams that go into Champions League, they qualify, right? So yeah, I can see how that's gonna hurt some of the other smaller teams. That makes sense.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Maybe like next year, maybe 2022, that might be in effect. I think that's what it said. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I'm surprised because again, Champions League is like
It's
obviously like
like the
the whole
king of
thing.
kings.
Yeah, it's like the king of like European soccer. That's like even I don't watch as much European soccer as much as I used to, but Champions League I still try to
It-
tune in, especially the finals. I try to at least watch the finals game. Um, for me though, I don't know about you, buddy, but I don't really like European soccer as much anymore. It's just again, it's always like the same
Yeah,
system. It's
exactly.
the best players leaving the small teams, going to the big teams, winning with them. It's just
Because
the same
back in,
shit.
back in the days, I was a big Man United fan because of Wayne Rooney.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Wayne Rooney, yeah. I liked Wayne Rooney. Yeah, he was fantastic. I mean,
But
I've
then
always
I,
been an AC Milan guy, but
but then
growing
I've
up.
been like falling off. But I
Yeah.
started watching some TFC games anyway.
Yeah, I like the I mean the MLS is not as great quality as the European soccer, but I like it because like they have TFC has great good players and
Even
it's fun to
even though
watch.
people
It's
even
fun to
though
watch.
people have been saying for like the MLS should have promotion and relegation, but it
Yeah,
probably
that's
might
true.
not work. It probably might not
Yeah,
work or
I
or
don't
league.
I don't think they have enough teams to even really do that, right? Because they don't have I don't
Or
think they have
like
a lower tier.
unless if they can do unless if they can do MLS, USL, NASL, but it probably might not
Yeah.
be a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be a tough one because I don't like you said like they have like the US soccer league there, the lower tier maybe, but I don't know. That's yeah. That's an interesting one because I find the MLS too is very like North Americanized with how the game is, like how
Yeah, exactly.
they go with like the standings and whatever. It's very like North
It's
American.
basically like it's basically franchised.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
basically like copying like the rest of them. like any NBA and then the NFL.
Hmm.
It's basically like copying that kind of format.
Hmm. Exactly. Yeah, they're copying like the major four, like the big four in North America. They're just copying them. So yeah. All right, buddy. Well, I think we're gonna cap it off here, guys. Jacob
Hey,
Jacob again, your new co-host, buddy.
hey.
For joining us, and yeah, this is gonna be fun. Like you were saying, big things. We're saying big things coming, buddy.
Oh
So
yeah, and
yeah,
oh yeah.
buddy.
By the way, to cap this off, guys, like, subscribe, maybe even comment.
Yeah, for sure, buddy. Well, yeah, man. Well, it's been a fun one, guys. Again, thank all our viewers for joining us, and got our great new co-host here, very knowledgeable about sports. I'm happy we got a guy like
Here.
that now. Yeah, salute. All right, guys. It's Project 24, and we are signing off.